Some of us are having a hard time keeping our delusions going. And to be a powerful witch, there has to be some level of delusion. Comfortable, it's so inviting. Um, it's such a strong feminine energy in my home. So I'm sitting in my home on the floor, which is common for me to sit on one of my cushions here on the floor. And, I've got my homemade vanilla vodka cocktail that I made for myself, and vanilla brown sugar cocktail. And I, got my iPad with some games on it, and that I've been playing, and it's just been such a relaxing evening for me. And it just made me think about something where there were times I wanted this so desperately, and I manifested this. I manifested peace. One of the things about being a magical practitioner, especially the kind that I am, which there's so much focus on the home, is that you better like being in your home, or you need to find a way to make it enjoyable. Otherwise, maybe that's not your thing. And it has nothing to do with like what's happening in your home. Well, to some extent, but the type of home that you live in, whether you live alone or you don't. But for me, at this stage of my life, peace is absolutely necessary. It's a necessary requirement for living, to have a peaceful home environment. And I really do. And as I look around and I see the projects that I still want to do, and I see the things that I still, want to create, I'm inspired. It doesn't make me feel in a space of lack or negativity or anything like that. I feel inspired. I feel creative. And overall, I feel a sense of peace. And it's been a long time coming. And I just wanted to reflect on it. I kind of wanted to create a moment where I paused and I openly dialogued about this and talked about the times I so desperately wanted this level of peace in my life. And to have the say-so of whether I wanted to just chill in my home and be comfortable with my yummy snacks and drinks and things like that, and my own entertainment. And there was a time I feel like I felt as if I didn't have that. Now, of course, I always did, but because when you're in situations where if it goes on long enough, you start to think you really don't have a choice. And I really thought I didn't. I really did. And I was a practicing witch at the time. It was just living a life of conflict, hence the manifestation of peace. I spent so much time in 2020 and a good portion of 2021 manifesting this life for myself, and I'm living it, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and it just makes things a little bit more precious. It makes even the bad things that are happening outside of my home, when you come into this space, it's just so comfortable. It's so inviting. It's such a strong feminine energy in my home, and I appreciate that, and I love that for me and my daughter who lives here. She's an adult, and it's what you want when you think of home. When you walk in your home, you want to come in and you want to feel comfortable and you want to feel safe. and that's at peace. And as I sat and I reflected, I really thought about that. And I'm in such a state of gratitude right now. And this is what I just wanted to share. Peace is necessary. Peace is definitely necessary, but it's a requirement for my living. I was beginning to have physical manifestations because my life wasn't as peaceful as it should have been. And now I'm much more calmer. I feel more myself. I feel in control of me in the most positive, healthy, balanced way possible. And I just wanted to share that. I just wanted to talk about this and share that. And it was work, a lot of work. It was not a one and done spell or just a one and done ritual. There was many new moons where my intention was to manifest peace. There was work with my coven where I asked them to lend me energy for peace. There were times I did meditation first thing in the morning to just get through the day, to have peace in my home, in my spirit, because I was not at peace in my home, and I definitely wasn't at peace in my spirit. So here I am now, and I've never been so confidently at peace in my life, and I'm just in gratitude. That's all. So, morning thoughts. Now that I've done a little bit of my routine, morning thoughts. I saw something today and I wanted to share it. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I don't see social media first thing in the morning like everybody else. And if you can tell by my voice, like this is really the morning because I still I'm sounding very New Jersey right now. I can hear it myself. But um, one of the things I heard today, and I know it was a message meant for me to hear, and I want to share it because maybe you need to hear this message. Um, the reality that we're living in is just the past manifestation of who, you, me, everybody else. But reality, or currently, our current reality, is just the past manifestation. So as I sit into the space, and I'm thinking about this specifically this morning, as I think about, oh, I'm kind of a junky person. I realize that. I'm not a hoarder. It's cozy to me, though. Um, it's cozy. But, and I get it honest. I think I get it directly from my mother. If my mom ever sees this, she would hate that. But anyway, if you really think about it, though, I manifested this space, this room, everything. I manifested all of this. I wanted all these notebooks and planner covers and all that I could switch out. I wanted a cute pink desk accessory, so I got it. I wanted this cute chair, I got it. And this sounds like, oh, well, you just bought it, so how's that manifesting? I wasn't always in a position where I could just go buy something. And even if I had the funds to do it, I'll be honest with you, I didn't always have the vision. I would see things, but I didn't know how to put them together. And it just seemed unattainable. Like I would see a certain look, a certain style, whether it be on social media or in magazine, TV, and I wanted to emulate some of those things. I honestly didn't know how. So even if I had the money, I didn't know how to put it together. So I would just buy what I always knew instead of buying what I really liked. I manifested this. My reality is what I manifested years ago. That's important because some of us are having a hard time keeping our delusions going. And to be a powerful witch, there has to be some level of delusion. Because realistically, you have to believe in what you can't see. You have to trust in what you don't know for sure. You have to imagine what could be and believe it will be. A lot of people consider that being delusional. But for those of us who know how to walk in that space without blinders, because you have to be in a state of gratitude for what is, and low-key be in gratitude for what's to come, and be aligned, and also be willing to transform. You damn near got to be delusional, to keep this type of mindset going. And sometimes witches have bad days, and sometimes you're not so generous and kind and grateful. Sometimes you're pissed off and you're angry, because we are having a human experience. But the overall message, in the midst of all that, continue to manifest. Continue to believe that the world that you would like to see can exist. So I've been taking my time this morning now, and I've been just thinking about that. Well, what do you want to see? You were so strong, and I had such strong emotions about wanting to finally have my own space where I can do magic, I can write, I can conduct my business, and I have this space, and I'm so very grateful for it. So what else do I want? Not even want. What would I like to see? What do I want to feel? How I feel is a key point into all this, because contrary to what people think, there is no such thing as well, you just don't have any feelings. You just keep doing. You have to have emotions tied into it. They're there for a reason. Um, and when I say aligning to things, honestly, it's your emotions. Do you truly desire these things? And can you feel what it's going to be like to have this situation, this lifestyle, whatever? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Who do you share it with? Do you want to share it with anybody? What does that look like? How will you feel when it happens? What if you think it's already happening now? How do you feel now? In the past, I've made the mistake of wanting something, manifesting and receiving it, and not even recognizing that I received it, not even recognizing that my wish came true, because I was disconnected from the feelings of it. So it's not even to say that you won't be able, I mean, you may be able to just based off the law of attraction, attract things to you. But will you even notice? And this sounds crazy. It's like, well, what could you have possibly wanted so bad that you didn't notice that you got, you received it? I see this happen all the time with people who say they want a partner. They want a partner through life, a romantic partner. And there is a person. There is a person. They don't see that person as their romantic partner. Whether they're legitimately not attracted to them because they're not stopping and dropping um, old ideas about what that looks like. Sometimes we're holding on to old ideas, outdated beliefs, and that person's right there. And this is not to say put yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in. Oh gosh, that's not what I mean at all. But when I mean things like that, to give a better example, maybe they are a little shorter than what you imagine. Maybe they're um, a different ethnicity, and you weren't thinking, you're not against, you just didn't see them that way because you have very definitive ideas about this partner. But that's the partner that you're manifesting, and they're there. They're there for now, unless somebody else is manifesting them. And now they'll be into their life. But hopefully you get what I'm saying. For me, it was realizing I had manifested living in a certain place, not before I moved here, um, and not really fully understanding what happened. I wanted to live in a certain home, a certain style home, I should say. And for my family, not just me, my family, kids at the time, husband, the whole thing. Um, and I wanted to create this lifestyle, and I centered it around this home. That's what I was manifesting. So I'm there and I'm realizing I did a great job of manifesting, but I didn't spend enough time thinking, or feeling, I should say, feeling all the other feels associated with it. So what does that mean to be in this place, to live in this house? What will that mean? What will that look like? There were some other things at play in my scenario that I just was intentionally ignoring and only focusing on this other thing. And that was not the best thing, because there were problems essentially that I just didn't want to focus on. It would have did me, I would have did better if I addressed those problems in my manifestation work versus just not thinking about it all and just thinking about what I want. You're living in your reality really is your past manifestation. So where I'm at now, this is after some lessons learned. And I've just been thinking about, where do you want to go next? What do you want to do next? And once you break away from the fear of thinking about and being open to dreaming bigger than you've ever dreamed before, once you let go of that fear of what if it doesn't happen and how disappointed you'll be, or am I being foolish? And you submit to the delusion, uh, that's when the magic works. That's when the magic actually happens. My reality is proof of that. and I'm in a state of gratitude. I've been practicing cottage witchery probably, I want to say, for the last 5-6 years. I've been a practicing witch for close to 2 decades. I didn't call myself a cottage witch for quite some time because I didn't call myself a cottage witch. I assumed I was an eclectic witch. Before then, I called myself Wiccan. Before then, I thought I was atheist. So there you go. And then before then, I was like, I don't know, trying to seek answers. But here we are now. And what I do know is this. We have chamomile. So I have a seed packet here. Let me get that pulled up. Yeah, chamomile. We've got some lavender, sage, rosemary. The things that you can do is you can actually tie your manifestations to your planting. So if you are planting herbs that are associated with prosperity, you know, I mean, honestly, most green herbs are peppermint and things like that, or good health and love and all that sort of stuff, protection. And you're planting these herbs, please understand that you can tie your personal goals to that. If you're looking to improve your health, maybe you can tie it to a plant spell, things like that. So that's sort of what I'm doing here. Enjoy doing this type of magic specifically because, I don't know, I think it's, I know. Like I said, it's potent, it's powerful, and I enjoy tying my desires and things like that. And honestly, it's interesting to see how it grows. So I remember about a year ago, I did a money spell, and I think I used basil, and it grew, everything grew, but it didn't grow a lot, meaning I felt like I could have had more growth. I was trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? I got card pieces in here. What did I do wrong? Like, why is it not growing as good as it could? And I figured something out. When I thought about my finances at the time, so I had some ventures and things that came through, guess what? It was kind of like, it was good, but it wasn't that good. You know what I mean? The money came in, it was significant, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. And that seemed to have been a theme. And it was interesting to notice that, because of course I didn't forget. It was interesting to note that that was my situation with this. And I remember thinking to myself, like, there seems to definitely be a correlation. And that's another way for you to sort of measure your spell results as well. Because if you're finding, in the same way that that plant grew, that's how the situation is happening. It's slow, steady. Maybe you're getting slow, steady money or business deals, or you know, whatever your situation is. But for me, I did notice it was more of it was just enough. And it was kind of like that plant gave me just enough. Even if you have a situation where you're growing something and it doesn't grow as much as you would like, you know, the plant, and you're thinking this is a direct connection to what, you know, you're manifesting, it's possible. But be careful. Don't look at like all is lost. First of all, you can do other spells. You can increase that. You can learn from the plants and kind of learn, why is that? Why do you think that happened? And you can kind of investigate that and conduct your own spell experiments to find out. Either way, like, what's the deal with that? Why did that happen? And that's something that I definitely did. It's a perfect opportunity for you to investigate and figure out, hey, what's really going on? And that also helps you grow as a witch and grow as a practitioner, someone who does magic, is to be willing to make quote unquote mistakes. Are they really mistakes, or are they just learning opportunities for us? And I kind of look at them as learning opportunities myself, because I'm like, you know what? I can learn from this. I can build from this. This is, you know, I can kind of solve. Is it even a problem? I mean, I guess it's a problem because you had a certain desire and it might not have been fulfilled, so that could feel a little disastrous, but it all is not lost in that situation. It really isn't. It's your perception, but isn't that the case with most witchcraft? It's all about perception anyway. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm getting a little philosophical and esoterical lately. Call it the aging process, I don't know, or just where I am now. I feel like I'm relying more and more on that type of thinking as of late. This is one of the things I love about witchcraft, actually, is that honestly, there's so much left up to interpretation. Even doing a plant spell and things like this, it's totally up to interpretation on, you know, how to even do all this. Oh, well, I got them all the seeds in one spot. Well, that'll be fun. Well, this will be a fun little experiment. It's probably one of the most chaotic videos I've ever done. I'm just like, I thought, you know, let's just get even more authentic. I wanted to do this video like we were on a call together, and we're just, you know, we're just talking, and we're just, you know, we're just kind of kick back, and it's just real random. This is what I was going for. I like this style. I can relate to it better. Okay, so we have that. So now we have this, so I'm gonna get up again.